Hey, fellow cat devotees. You know, some say we're crazy for treating our cats like royalty, but let's be real. One look into those big, innocent eyes, and who could possibly say no? Our cats have us wrapped around their little paws, and we're absolutely here for it. Whether it's dishing out extra treats, dedicating half the bed to them, or rearranging our lives to suit their every whim, it's almost like we're under some kind of feline spell. But maybe we're not alone in this. In today's video, we're diving into 10 laugh-out-loud signs that your adorable furball might just be totally spoiled. And if you're guilty of most of these, well, congrats. You're probably their favorite human/servant. But who's counting, right? So, how can you tell if your cat's living in the lap of luxury? Let's start with the first sign of a truly spoiled kitty. Sign number 1, the morning wake-up call. Ever wake up to a meow alarm right in your ear, only to realize it's 5 a.m. and your Royal Highness is summoning you? For your spoiled furball, mornings aren't just wake-up calls, they're commands. Whether it's serving breakfast, opening doors on cue, or performing the ancient art of toy retrieval from under the couch, again, your morning isn't your own until every royal whim has been attended to. And if the bed isn't fluffed just right, prepare yourself for an indignant stare that says, "Excuse me, servant, do better." And if there's something out of your control, like, say, the rain outside or the noisy traffic, they'll still look at you with those wide, accusing eyes as if to say, "Why aren't you fixing this?" In the world of a spoiled cat, you're not just their human, you're practically a wizard who can and should fix all inconveniences. Just good luck trying to explain to them that you can't stop the rain or mute the entire neighborhood. Of course, once you're up and at their service, they don't just own your morning routine, they own your entire home, starting with your favorite spot on the couch. Sign number 2, the couch and bed takeover. Thinking of lounging on the couch? Think again. That prime spot is reserved exclusively for the furry monarch of the house. And the bed? Don't even dream about claiming more than a sliver of space. By the time you're ready to collapse, your kitty is already stretched out in the dead center, sprawled out like the ruler they are. Your options: twist yourself into a human pretzel at the edge of the bed, or gracefully retire to the floor, because clearly the bed is cat territory now, and you're just visiting. But really, who could move them? They look so cozy, so peacefully asleep. You might as well grab a pillow and make yourself comfy, on the floor. And if they've taken over the furniture, you better believe they're also eyeing whatever's on your plate. After all, a throne demands tribute, right? Sign number 3, stealing food with zero shame. We all know that cats are sneaky masterminds, especially when food is involved. Most cats will at least attempt to be subtle, waiting until you're distracted before they make a move to snag a little snack. But a truly spoiled cat? They don't bother with the cloak and dagger routine. Nope, they're right there, front and center, face hovering inches from your plate, eyes locked on every bite. If you even think about stopping them, they look up at you with the most indignant, utterly baffled expression, as if to say, "Excuse me, my snack, remember?" And sometimes, for the sake of peace, you find yourself surrendering a little nibble, just to enjoy your meal without an all-out kitty rebellion. After all, they won't stop until they get what they want, and let's be honest, your cat has probably trained you far better than you've trained them. And spoiled cats don't just stop at food. No. They've also claimed you as their personal property, transforming you into their own private jungle gym. Sign number 4, the human trampoline. To your spoiled kitty, you're not merely a person. You're their trusty launchpad and personal playground all rolled into one. Need to reach the top of the bookshelf? No problem, they'll use your shoulder as a stepping stone. Feel like getting down from the counter without too much effort? Your lap is the perfect landing zone. You're essentially a human jungle gym, always on call for their next great leap. Your clothes? Forever covered in a fine dusting of fur, tiny claw marks from their eager scrambles, all over you. And let's not even mention the back pain that comes from serving as their mobile perch, transporting them like royalty around the house, because walking is for peasants, obviously. But let's face it, a little backache is a small price to pay for the honor of being their chosen carrier and climbing frame. After all, anything for your fluffy highness. And if they're willing to climb all over you to get what they want, they certainly won't hesitate when it comes to food. Here's what happens when your little prince or princess decides your meal should be a shared experience. Sign number 5, the pickiest of eaters. Cats are known for their refined taste, but a truly spoiled kitty. They're practically gourmet critics. Somehow they can sniff out the priciest food in the store, and anything less simply won't do. There you are, heating up a microwave dinner for yourself, while your feline royalty dines on premium, gravy-laden meals that look like they've come straight from a 5-star restaurant. But really, who could put a price on those whisker-licking looks of satisfaction? If they're happy, it's worth every penny, right? And speaking of indulgence, a truly spoiled cat wouldn't dare settle for just any meal. Nope, they've got standards that would make a food critic blush. But food isn't the only thing they demand in abundance. Let's talk about toys, because if you're living with a spoiled kitty, your house probably looks like a playground. Sign number 6, a toy takeover. If your home has turned into a minefield of squeaky mice, jingle balls, and crinkly feathers, welcome to the life of a spoiled cat parent. Every day becomes an obstacle course as you dodge and weave through the sea of toys scattered across every room. At this point, you've probably got more cat furniture than human furniture. And yet, in a delightful twist of irony, what does your kitty usually end up playing with? The box it came in, of course. Because for a spoiled cat, the best things in life are the ones they weren't supposed to play with in the first place. Sign number 7. House rules are all about them. Welcome to your cat's kingdom, where the house rules are strictly feline approved. If your kitty could post a sign by the door, it would read, "My spot. Don't even think about it." And your friends? They'll have to wait for their turn at the faucet. It's the royal drinking fountain after all. As for the fridge, that's just the snack vault, and opening it without an offering could be considered treason. Let's face it, you're just a tenant here, and your fluffy landlord has some very specific demands. And that cheeky little sign in your kitchen that says, "This is the cat's house, we just pay the rent." Not just decor, it's a way of life. By now it's clear, your home is a kingdom ruled by your cat. Which brings us to the next sign. You might have house rules, but they're all designed around your furry ruler's whims. Sign number 8, alienating your friends. You're head over heels for your cat, but are your friends? If your buddies make jokes about your cat being a diva, or you find it increasingly hard to locate a willing cat sitter, your fur baby might have a bit of a reputation. And if your friends don't exactly click with your kitties, well, standards, it's hardly your fault they end up on your cat's bad side. Let's be real. Those friends are probably just a tad jealous of the rock-solid bond you have with your feline. They don't understand the beauty of a good cat side eye. And while you're happy to follow the cat's house rules, not everyone in your life may understand. If your friends have started rolling their eyes or avoiding cat-sitting duty, you might be dealing with another telltale sign. Sure, your cat may have driven a wedge between you and a few friends, but when you look into those big, loving eyes, it's worth every sacrifice. After all, no one can make you feel as adored as your little furball. Sign number 9, love and loyalty overload. Sure, living with a spoiled kitty comes with a few minor adjustments, like surrendering your bed, answering pre-dawn breakfast calls, and wading through a sea of toys at all hours. But when they gaze up at you with those adoring eyes, it's like a royal blessing from your furry overlord. Who cares if people think you're a little cat crazy? They'll never know the honor of being chosen, of basking in the glorious, slightly condescending love of a cat who knows they own your heart and your entire house. Let's face it, when it comes down to it, that precious bond is worth every quirky sacrifice. Spoiled? Absolutely. But wouldn't we do it all over again? You bet. And here's the ultimate reward for all the pampering, the sleepless mornings, and the rearranged life. You've earned the coveted title of their absolute favorite human. Sign number 10. You're the favorite, the ultimate sign of a spoiled cat. Let's be real. You may have sacrificed a few things along the way. Your sleep, your personal space, the prime real estate on the couch, and okay, half of your house to the overflowing sea of cat toys. But here's the thing. All those little sacrifices have an amazing upside. All those demands, early morning wake-ups, and unspoken rules. They mean that you are the chosen one, the absolute favorite human in your kitty's life. And there's no feeling quite like it. Who cares if others think you've gone a little overboard? You've got a bond that only the truest cat lovers understand, and that's the ultimate reward for all the pampering and indulgences. They've claimed your home, your heart, and pretty much your entire schedule, and you wouldn't have it any other way. And there you have it, 10 undeniable signs that you're living with a truly spoiled cat. From their morning demands to taking over your couch and your heart, your kitty has you wrapped around their little paw. And let's be honest, you wouldn't change a thing. Because when it comes down to it, every early morning wake-up, every sacrificed seat, every playful mess, they're all part of a bond that's worth everything. Being your cat's favorite human is the ultimate badge of honor. So, if you're proud to be wrapped around a little paw and wouldn't have it any other way, hit that subscribe button and join our community of fellow cat minions. Let's keep swapping stories, tips, and laughs as we navigate life as the chosen ones of our furry overlords. Your kitty deserves the best, and so do you.